Hi, and welcome to Mondays with Marlo. We are so excited. We've got the fabulous Joy Bauer back for the fourth time. You're our first four-timer. I want you to know that.
And she told me that I get a trophy
Yes.
the 10th time.
The 10th time, you're going to get it. But she's the guru of everything, health and nutrition and advice. And this is the time of year where we're really worried about eating too much and gaining weight and getting a hold of ourselves and not kind of expanding ourselves. So we have a million questions for you today.
Great, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready for you, kiddo. So here we go. The first one is from Effie. I hear a lot of conflicting information about daily recommended calories. What is your ideal daily recommendation for men and women? And if I want to lose weight, how many calories should I cut?
So this is simple. For women, you want to aim to take in between 1,200 and 1,600 calories a day. And for men, between 1,600 calories and 2,200 calories a day. And if you're within that range, the weight will come off.
So if you're already in that range and you want to lose weight, how many should you cut?
Well, you would go to the lower end of it. So right now, if you're maintaining your weight and you're taking in about 1,400 calories, drop it down to 1,200, and I guarantee you the weight is going to start to move.
Good. There you go, Effie. You're ready.
Yep.
This is from Eddie. What is the most surprising fact about nutrition that you've learned? Is there something you think people would be shocked by?
Ooh,
that's good.
That's great, because I feel like every single day I'm shocked because I'm constantly looking through all of the research and the science, and there's great stuff when it comes to nutrition and health. I would say one of the most surprising things to date for me is how powerful herbs and seasonings are. You know, we think of them as great low-calorie flavorings, but really they have medicinal powers. For example, ginger is an anti-inflammatory, and so is turmeric. So it helps to suppress aches and pains.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and we know that things like Cajun seasoning and anything spicy can help to rev the metabolism and suppress your appetite. So it's really cool. There's a lot of great stuff out there.
Now, what suppresses the appetite? Say that again.
Anything spicy. So if you want to kick up the heat of your food by putting in a little chili pepper or you know, any chopped up cayenne peppers and things like that,
That'll
really
take down your appetite.
It takes the edge off your appetite and slightly will rev the metabolism, so it's great for weight loss.
That's great. This is from Rula77. If you could recommend just 3 foods that everyone should incorporate into their diet, what would they be?
3 foods.
Yes.
Okay, I would recommend salmon because salmon is loaded with those heart-healthy omega-3 fats. I would recommend nuts because nuts are very low carbohydrate and they have some fiber and some protein and those heart-healthy fats, so they don't spike your blood sugars. So it's terrific for people with diabetes. And lastly, I would recommend lentils. Lentils come packaged with a perfect combination of protein, fiber, and also high-quality carbohydrates. So again, it keeps you energized, and it's great for your mood.
So that's great. Wonderful. What a great answer you got. Are you thinking about worrying about gaining weight during the holidays? Do you gain weight or eat too much?
I think everybody eats too much. But here's a cool fact. I think people automatically assume with all the fattening, feasting fare that we have at the parties and at the office place that we're going to put on 5 to 10 pounds. But according to research, on average, people only gain 1 pound from Thanksgiving to January 1st.
Really?
Yeah, so that's comforting, I think.
Wow. That's not me. I'm not in that average because I gain more than 1
Well, we're
pound.
going to see. We're going to put you on the scale today and then January 1st.
That's what we're going to do. This is from Eva B. My family's holiday dinners are always full of rich, heavy foods. What's a light and healthy dish I can bring that won't seem bland and boring?
I would say to bring a delicious dip with a whole lot of crudité, raw vegetables, because there are so many dips that seem festive and are delicious and definitely don't taste like diet food. Bean dips, spinach artichoke dips. And as long as you make them healthy, even hummus, people will dive in and they'll think you're a big hero and there'll be something healthy there for her to eat. And my website has a ton of healthy dip recipes.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
And what's the website?
Joybauer.com.
Joybauer.com.
And check out the spinach artichoke dip. It's great. I get 2 thumbs up. Well, from my kids. I'm biased, of course.
Great. This is from Valerie. What are 5 holiday tricks for making holiday recipes less fattening but taste good? Well, there's a trick.
So first, when you're baking any kind of goodies, whether it be muffins or cookies, you want to pull back on the amount of sugar that the recipe calls for by 1/4 cup. You will not taste the difference. Another tip is to make smaller cookies. First of all, you'll yield more, so
Right.
you'll be able to give a much bigger package, but
Right.
also you get a smaller amount of calories, and you feel like you
That's a
ate
good
something
idea. That's a good
substantial.
idea.
Pull back on the mix-ins that you put in, the peanut butter chips and the butterscotch
Right.
pieces and chocolate chips, etc., and you'll automatically dilute the amount of calories. They won't be as fattening. If you could hold off on the frosting on top of the cookies, that's
Right.
another good idea. And when it comes to mashed potatoes, do half potatoes and half steamed cauliflower.
Right.
Mash it right up. You'll drop those calories by about a half, and it will taste just as delicious.
And what about butter in the cookies and things?
Sometimes you just need to use the butter because nothing tends to taste as delicious. But often you can use, canola oil or unsweetened applesauce or
Right.
even 100% pumpkin puree.
Right.
And those things will help a lot. Another trick that I do is I buy whipped butter. And whipped butter just
volume.
means that, they incorporate some air into the butter so it has less calories and less of the saturated fat. And it
That's
tastes
good.
just as yummy as regular
Yeah,
butter.
it does. This is from Teresa. I've been sick. How can I bounce back into the gym without overdoing it? And what type of exercise is recommended?
So this is a great question because exercise will actually help to boost your immune system. It is the absolute best way to boost your immune system, so hopefully you're not going to catch another cold soon. So I say get back into the gym immediately, but start out slow. 30 minutes of walking, don't push it, and after a couple of turns or days, you might feel like you're back to yourself and you could jump right back into your old routine.
So you're saying the one to start with is the treadmill or walking?
Walking, yeah. I would just do something light because you also want to get your confidence up again and feel like you're capable. But
Right.
exercise is the way to go, and I would start today.
That's great. This is from Kathy. I'm not so worried about the eating, but it's an exhausting season and it's so hard to get the workout going in the AM. Do you have any tips for that?
Yeah, just do it. You have to put it on your list. No excuses.
Right.
Lay out your clothes the evening before.
Right.
Wake up in the morning. Do not check your emails.
Right, that's the biggie.
I could vouch for that. Once you
That's the
sit down
biggie.
at that computer, you never get up. And just get out there and
Yeah,
exercise.
that's so true. That full hour at the computer, the gym time is gone.
Right? No, because
Gone.
every time you feel like you've caught up on emails,
Right.
there's another 100
I
that
know.
just came
No,
in.
It's depressing.
And once you get the exercise done 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you feel so darn good.
Yeah.
You are back. You're
Absolutely.
doing it.
That's right. This is from Pamela. After my weight loss, I have a lot of loose skin that will not firm up and go away. How long does it usually take, or should I look into surgery?
So unfortunately, for the majority of people, after you lose a significant amount of weight, the elastic in your skin doesn't bounce back. So we're left with a little bit of war wounds. I say don't focus on the negatives. Focus on the positives, how much more energy you have, that you've lowered your risk for so many diseases, and you look fabulous, maybe more fabulous in clothes, but hey, we wear clothes the majority of time, so that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
And also, there's so many great undergarments
Yes.
that you can wear.
Right.
Spanx and Yummy
Right.
Tummy and
Yeah.
Danskin and all sorts of things. If you want to consult a surgeon about surgery, you can go ahead and do that, but it's not really necessary. And
Yeah,
again,
give
just
it
keep
some
it
time.
positive.
Give it some time, too. This is from Stu. I have high cholesterol. I don't want to take statins. What foods or supplements do you suggest to lower cholesterol?
There are a few things. First, pistachio nuts. Pistachio nuts
Really?
contain a compound called plant sterols, and they help to actually malabsorb the bad cholesterol in the gut. So if he
Wow.
could eat 1 or 2 handfuls of pistachio nuts a day, that would be great.
Are they fattening?
1 or 2 handfuls is perfectly fine. 30 pistachios is 100 calories.
Oh, good.
Big deal, right?
Right, right.
And you could also look for some of these plant stanols and sterols in spreads they have now and in pill form.
So what's the pill called?
Well, there's Nature's Made has a pill called Cholestoff that you can get. And they have it at a lot of the wholesale shops as well.
And what's that pill called? Fenugreek or Fenugreek?
Oh, fenugreek?
Fenugreek.
Right, that's not for cholesterol, though.
Oh, I thought that was for cholesterol.
No, not that I know of. Are you thinking of red rice yeast?
No, I've heard of that too.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that also good?
I wouldn't recommend that because it has the same active ingredient that you find in the statins, but
Right.
it's not regulated. So I would rather somebody either decide to take statins or try some of the other more natural things
Okay.
that we know are more safe.
So this is from Dillian. Hi Joy, I'm glycemic, and I found that if I don't eat throughout the day, it really does a number on my body. Are there any foods you recommend that will keep my blood sugar in check that I can keep on me? I've been eating peanut butter crackers, but those get boring in and day out.
So the easiest thing that he could do to bring his blood sugar up if it drops is to carry around a piece of fruit, because it's natural fruit sugar.
Right.
It comes packaged with fiber, so it will slowly bring his blood sugars back up, and they'll stay up. An apple, a banana, grapes, those are three totable sort of low maintenance fruits.
And what about those bars? Do you like those health bars, or are they too many calories?
No, you know what? He doesn't seem to have a weight issue, and I think bars are another emergency go-to food that he can keep in his bag.
Exactly. This is from Renee. We all say we're going to lose weight next year, but I'm committed this year to get geared up and do it. My husband and I are determined. What should we start with to make sure we don't fall off the wagon?
You want to make concrete goals, tangible things that you know you can achieve, and make them very specific. So for example, your list could be for the first week, I'm going to have vegetables at lunch and dinner every single day, and I'm going to walk 30 minutes every single day, and I'm only going to eat out for 2 meals for the entire week. You know, make these goals very, very specific and manageable so that you can achieve them. And then week 2, you're going to come up with 3 new goals, and you just keep playing add-on and add-on. And then before you know it, you're into February, you feel fabulous, you've lost weight, you've increased your energy, and you want to keep going.
I'll tell you my trick when I want to lose weight is I just cut out all bread. One time when I was making a movie and the producers came to me and said, "You really look very thin on the screen," because I always had trouble gaining weight. And he said, "You really need to gain some weight." So I called my doctor and I said, "How do I gain weight?" And he said, "Eat 2 pieces of bread with every meal." And I did, and I just gained weight like that.
And now you do the opposite.
Yes, now I do the opposite.
But see, like pulling out bread, that is a very tangible goal. It's specific, it's one thing. Anybody can do that.
Right, exactly.
You know, what's harder is when you say, I'm going to give up all carbs.
Right.
No bread, no pasta, no rice, no potatoes.
Right.
That's big.
That's
but pulling out the bread, I like that one.
That's a good one.
So add that one to the list.
This is from Ben. I'm a man over 40. What foods can I eat to get rid of my belly fat?
So you can't target a specific area on your body. There's no one food that will blast belly fat, unfortunately, because I get this question all the time. But the good news is that if you reduce the amount of calories that you're eating and you exercise more, you'll lose fat all over your body, and belly fat tends to go the quickest.
Yeah. Well, that's good news.
Yes. So
Great.
watch what you eat, exercise, and that belly's on its way out.
We'll go first.
Yeah.
This is from Reese. How can we substitute the good fats for the bad fats? Which are the good fats for cooking and baking? When we buy products and read ingredients, what are we looking for in a good fat, like hydrogenated?
Yeah,
That's a bad fat, right?
Hydrogenated oil is a bad fat.
Right.
If you see that on an ingredient list, you put that product right back on the shelf.
Right.
But when it comes to baking, I think that the 3 go-to oils that I keep in my house and I tell people to keep in their house is going to be olive oil, canola oil, and grapeseed oil.
Right.
I love those 3 oils. Now, there are a whole lot of other great oils as well, but those are just 3 sort of all-purpose oils that could pretty much conquer everything.
Good. There you go. This is from Jillian. Hi, Marlo. Hi, Joy. My question is about fruits. I never feel like I eat enough of them. What is the recommended daily dose? Are some fruits better than others, and don't fruits have a lot of sugar?
Well, all fruits have sugar because they're made with fruit sugar, but they also are loaded with antioxidants and vitamins and minerals and fiber as well. So I would say, as a general rule of thumb, you want to try to eat 2 to 3 fruits or servings of fruits a day. I think that's a really good number. But that being said, if you want to have a 4th fruit and it's between that and a candy bar, go for the 4th fruit.
Right.
But if you could keep it to 2 to 3 fruits, that's great.
And it's better than juice, right?
Yes, because juice is lacking the fiber. And also, when you have a glass of juice, it's the equivalent of eating 2 fruits. Like, in other words, an orange is 60 calories. 1 measly cup of orange juice, which is only about that high, is 120 calories. And because it doesn't have the fiber, it goes into your system and boom, you get a sharp rise in your blood sugar.
Right, and it's more fattening. This is from Tamara. Hi, Joy. I've been invited to my neighbor's Christmas party, and they've asked me to bring over an appetizer. I don't want to bring the usual cheese and crackers or vegetable platter. Do you have any healthy, creative ideas?
This is what I love to bring. I make stuffed cukes. So I'll take a cucumber and I'll cut it into wheels and I'll scoop out a little bit of the top of each one and I'll fill it with a low-calorie chicken salad or crab salad or egg white salad or even hummus, and it's delicious and it's so pretty. And if you want to make it even a little bit more festive, you can add red chopped bell peppers into your chicken salad or your crab salad, so then you get the green from the cucumber and the red from the salad.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much do you leave on the outside? I mean, the green and then a little, right?
Yeah, you leave a little bit of the cucumber. I leave the skin on, so the green really pops. And, just carve out a little bit, and you can make them as dainty or as big as you want.
Oh, that sounds right. I love that.
And invite us over.
Yeah. This is from Winnie. I am fed up with my body and determined to lose weight this year. I want to start an intense workout program and lose at least 20 pounds. What are your thoughts on workouts like P90X? I don't even know what that is.
P90X, yeah, it's like intense.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do I stay motivated to continue with a program like this every single day?
Well, you don't have to do a program like that every single day, and you don't want exercise to be torturous, because then you're not going to want to do it. You're going to dread it. So I would say, pick maybe 3 days during the week to be your intense workout, and then the other days of the week, do something enjoyable. It could be a yoga class, it could be a walk, it could be a low-key video, anything that you want, but don't try to do the torture intense workouts every single day, because you're going to burn out.
Is P90X a torture?
It's intense.
Yeah?
It's intense, yeah.
Well,
I've done it quite a few times with my husband. We have a lot of fun, but it's
don't
no
do it every day.
Walk in the park.
You don't do it every day. That's great. This is from Patty. How do I know how many calories I should be eating to lose weight? Well, you kind of said, down to 112?
Right. So I would say for women, between 1,200 and 1,600 calories a day is the sweet spot for losing weight.
This is from Anne. I will be spending the holidays with my boyfriend's family. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm a vegetarian. I haven't met any of them before, so should I tell them that I don't eat meat, or just bring my own dish along with enough to share, of course?
I say both.
Yeah.
I say have your boyfriend tell his family that you're a vegetarian, because they don't want to be surprised either. And also be a gracious guest and come. You're going to win them over with some unbelievable vegetarian meal, because maybe you'll also turn them on to some vegetarian eating.
Yeah, they'll be thrilled if you bring something that you
like. Oh, you're going to be a keeper.
This is from Michelle. Can you give suggestions for healthier alcoholic beverages? I'm going to be attending a lot of holiday parties, and I don't want to consume empty calories, but I still want to drink.
Of course you do. So the most slimming cocktails will be wine. A 5-ounce glass of white wine, red wine, or even champagne clocks in at about 120 calories. So that's always a safe bet. You could also have a shot of liquor like vodka mixed with club soda and then a splash of fruit juice. It could be cranberry juice or orange juice, and that's only about 100 calories. And if you're a beer drinker, a regular beer is between 150 and 200 calories, and a light beer is between 100 and 150. So those are your best bets. And alternate the alcohol, every alcoholic beverage, with a club soda. So you go, you alternate it, so you always have something festive in your hands, but you're not overdoing it with the alcohol.
And what's considered a fattening alcohol drink?
Oh, how long do we have?
Well, I mean, like what? A margarita?
Margarita.
Mai Tais, all those kind of punches.
Anything that's, sort of sugary and,
I see.
Super gooey
okay, just
sounding.
Want to give you a little hint.
And then you would count that as a dessert.
Yes, right.
An eggnog, boy. Yeah. 350 calories per cup.
Oh, my God. I'm glad I don't like it. This is from Paul. What are some foods that don't interact well with drugs? I heard something recently that having grapefruit has a bad interaction with medicine. Is that so?
Yes. Grapefruit and grapefruit juice can either increase the effectiveness of medication, or it could play interference and decrease the effectiveness. So if you're taking medicine, the bottom line is speak with your pharmacist and your physician, and just make sure you know what you should include and what you should avoid.
Right. Most of them all, you shouldn't be having alcoholic beverages if you're having any kind of antibiotics and stuff like that, right?
I think with the alcohol and antibiotics, I think it might lessen the effectiveness of the,
right. This is from MCT 234. Are organic vegetables, fruits, eggs, dairy, etc. really super important? They're just so much more expensive, and my family of 3 really can't afford it. They say the non-organic stuff is full of pesticides. Is this really true? I grew up on it and I'm fine. Please advise, Joy.
This is a very, very controversial topic, and what I would say is just go out of your way to eat as healthy as you can. And if you don't have the availability or the budget for going organic, just focus on healthy.
Right. And also, in terms of pesticides, we have a spray bottle of washing off fruits and vegetables. I don't know the name of it, I don't remember the product. But you're supposed to soak like your blueberries or something in that for like 30 seconds and then wash it off. And that's supposed to get rid of the pesticides. Do you know about that?
Most of the products will not get rid of all of the pesticides, but you certainly, even without special products, you can double rinse and triple rinse in cold water, and you will remove a decent amount.
Right.
But again, I would hate for people not to eat produce because they're afraid that they can't buy organic, because we know that the positives and the nutrients in produce will outweigh the downsides of the pesticides.
So just water. There's no other product that you put in there that you need to get.
Yeah, no, I would just do water.
Okay.
But just make sure that you wash. And you even want to wash and rinse the produce that comes in the pre-washed bags.
Oh, yes. This is from Steph in Ohio. I teach my kids good health and we're nutritious 80% of the time.
That's good.
It is good. Any tips to balance the request for junk food and sweets? I don't want to overdo it. I'm being strict, but I know that junk food is a slippery slope.
And you're doing everything right. In my house, and I'm a health fanatic, my whole philosophy is 90-10. I go out of my way to feed my kids healthy food 90% of the time, and then 10% of the time, I give them wiggle room. So you're doing everything I would tell you to do. And you can, structure it a little bit more by saying they could have a dessert after dinner each night, and then a fun food in their lunch bag. And then the rest of the time, just make it super healthy.
Yeah, that's good. This is from Rhonda. Any tips for quick exercises during the day if you sit at a desk for 7 to 8 hours?
Every hour, you want to set your either smartphone or your watch to buzz so that you get up and you walk around for a minute or two. It's that important. We have research now that shows even if you're a regular exerciser, you hit the gym every single night.
Right.
If you sit at a desk job for 6, 7, 8 hours straight during the day, you're at higher risk for all sorts of things. Heart disease and diabetes and metabolic syndrome. So the easiest thing you could do is every hour, just get up and stretch for a minute.
Idea. I do that on an airplane also.
Yes, I
Get
know.
up and walk around.
The stewardesses hate us.
I
know. But we're doing our body good.
I know. Otherwise, my back hurts.
Yeah.
This is from Carol. Hi, Joy. Please list the vegetables, fruits you feel should be included in one's normal weekly diet. Vegetables and fruits.
I just think the colorful items, the more color, the better. So things like berries and dark leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard and kale. Sweet potatoes are terrific. Red, green, yellow, bell peppers.
Yes.
The more color, the better. So whatever you like, and just vary it up.
Right. I love yams, too.
Yum. Beta-carotene, great for your
Yeah,
skin.
it is.
Really good for your skin.
This is from Mary. How do we avoid the all-or-nothing thinking when it comes to holiday treats? Well, it's true. That's what really bears you down. You think, I'm going to go to this party, and I'm not going to eat anything that's sweet. I'm not going to eat anything that's got potatoes. I mean, and you can't do it.
So when it comes to the holidays, this is the best way to not gain a lot of weight. You have to selectively splurge. So what I do is I will pick 3 special occasions during the holidays: a family gathering, my work office party, a New Year's Eve blast, and I'll plan to enjoy myself.
Right.
I'm just going to indulge, and I know it's only these 3 occasions.
Right.
And then when I'm there, I'll follow the rule of 1. I'll have 1 of each delicious-looking hors d'oeuvre.
Right.
I'll have 1 plate of food with whatever I want on it. I just make sure it's a reasonable portion.
Right.
1 dessert and 1 alcoholic beverage.
Wow. There you go. This is from Michelle. Any tips on weight loss is welcome. Well, you've said so many things.
That's a big one, I know.
You've said so many things. You've said one tip is to keep it around 1,200 calories for women, was one of them. The other one was what you just told us about splurge, plan 3 days of splurging and no other times.
I would say eat between 1,200 and 1,600 calories a day. I would give yourself one meal off each week. Don't turn it into a binge, but like a reasonable portion of whatever you want, because it's going to help to give you staying power to stick with the plan the rest of the time. Believe in yourself, because you can do this. And learn to forgive yourself if you slip up. So if you fall off the wagon, you're not going to gain weight from a couple of chocolate chip cookies or a slice of pizza. So shake it off and just carry on at the very next meal, and you'll be fine.
That's right. This is from Zurica. Dear Joy, what is that one food, one, that you indulge in during the holidays?
Oh, me personally?
Yes.
I'm going to say ice cream.
Ice cream, wow.
Ice cream.
I'm going to say all the stuffing I can get.
I like stuffing too.
Oh my God, stuffing.
Yeah, and I also like cookies.
Yeah. And pie. It was from Melissa. I understand that many people are vitamin D deficient these days. In addition to vitamin supplements, what foods are particularly good for increasing vitamin D and boosting its absorption?
Hands down, the absolute best source of vitamin D is fatty fish.
Oh,
So
good.
we know that salmon and sardines are chock full of omega-3 fats, but they're
Right.
also loaded with vitamin D. So if you can go out of your way 3-4 times a week to eat salmon or sardines, you're going to get a big blast of vitamin D.
Do you believe in taking vitamin D?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I take it.
Especially for people that have either osteoporosis or osteopenia. Vitamin D is very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And unfortunately, there are limited food sources, and fish happens to be the best source,
Right.
though.
This is from Barbara. I'm almost 60. I stopped smoking 6 years ago. I was 126. Now I'm way higher. Metabolism changed. Help. So she was 126 pounds. Now she's way higher than that. So the metabolism changed. So what do you do when you stop smoking? And there you do. You have that oral thing. So it's potato chips or
Right.
candy or something.
I think that you need to first plan out your meals so that you know what you're eating. You give yourself a roadmap. You stick between 1,200 and 1,600 calories. You exercise every single day, and you put closure on food after dinner by brushing and flossing your teeth. Get out of the kitchen, close the lights, and maybe light a non-food type of candle, lavender.
Right.
And you could also sip on low-calorie things like chamomile tea, or any of the herbal teas are naturally decaffeinated, and sugarless gum.
And also, how about eating like 4, 5, 6 times a day? Those little tiny, like you'll have celery and something at one time, and a protein drink at some point.
I mean, it all depends on someone's personality, because for some people it makes them extra preoccupied when they're nibbling throughout the whole entire day.
Yeah.
So 3 meals would be better.
Yeah.
Other people want to graze. So it
Yeah.
really all depends. If you want to nibble, then the unlimited foods are clearly going to be those non-starchy vegetables.
Right.
The celery, cherry
Right.
tomatoes,
Right.
carrots,
That's
sugar
what
snap
I do.
peas.
I couldn't get through the day if I didn't have those little things to eat. This is Paula. What is the best source of vegetable protein? Are beans a vegetable?
Beans, starchy beans like black beans and kidney beans and red beans and cannellini beans and garbanzo beans are a terrific vegetarian-based protein.
Right.
Lentils as well, and whole soy. Tofu, tempeh, soybeans, edamame.
Right. But beans are a vegetable. There was a conversation
Yes.
I had the other day with someone that said they're not a vegetable, they're legumes. I said, but
It's
legume
a vegetable.
is a vegetable.
It's
Okay.
a vegetable. These are all vegetable-based proteins.
Okay. And I thought, oh gosh, I have to stop. I have.
We'll come back because I want my
Yeah,
trophy
you have to
anyway.
And one more. This is from Nicole. Are vitamins effective? I know they are not a substitute for the real source, but can they help? I take an iron pill because of anemia due to fibroids. I'm 37 years old.
Absolutely. You ultimately want to get your vitamins and your minerals and your antioxidants from whole foods, but sometimes we fall short. And when you have a deficiency and your doctor has told you that you have a deficiency and advised you to take a vitamin, the vitamin will work in your body. It will be absorbed, and hopefully you're going to be back up to baseline soon.
Well, that's it. We've answered most of the questions, but before we go, since you seem to know everything, is there any other tip you want to give us that we should know about? It doesn't have to be about the holidays, but just all year you've been doing all these Today shows, and I know how much you read and study. Is there something you think nobody asked about it, but we should just know this other thing?
I think that people should know that you don't have to be perfect. Like, this is not about being healthy 100% of the time. I actually feel like that's overrated. And if you go out of your way to make smart food choices most of the times, there's wiggle room.
Right.
Like, it's okay. And I think, you know, having sort of a in-the-middle mentality helps people to feel less overwhelmed.
Right.
Like, anybody, if you want to get healthy, you can get healthy.
Right, exactly.
Anybody can do this, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune.
Right. Yeah, it is. It's not feeling bad about yourself that you can't be perfect every single day. Well, I wish you luck with that, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Joy.